hey, we are back reviewing another Star Wars movie, and today is a big one. We have Star Wars, or as us millennials and Gen Zers know it, Star Wars A New Hope. Episode 4, aka Episode 1, aka the film that started it all, but starts the second trilogy of 3 trilogies that are really just 2 trilogies because we don't talk about the third one. Whatever the fuck you want to call it, we have Star Wars A New Hope, the first movie that really introduced the world to Star Wars. It was the movie that put George Lucas on the map. It was one of the biggest risks in the history of Hollywood, and a risk that has thoroughly paid off. Because George Lucas went to Hollywood and he said, guys, I want to make Dune, but instead of Dune, it's gonna be my thing. But still Dune. I'm just fucking around. But yeah, I love Star Wars A New Hope. I mean, this is the oldest Star Wars movie, but it still stands up as being one of the strongest. So Star Wars A New Hope is about Luke Skywalker, the son of Anakin Skywalker, this hero of the Clone Wars. And Luke Skywalker finds out that he is a Force user and he has the ability to become a Jedi. And he gets swept up into this big war, this rebellion with the evil Empire led by Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine. And this is pretty much your basic hero quest. You have a guy who is powerless, starting out at Phase 0, and has to build up to take on the most powerful empire the world has ever seen at some point in this trilogy. But this is the starting film, this is the training film, and the get in your feet wet film, and introducing the characters and setting up the world, and it is brilliantly done. From the start, Luke Skywalker is a soft, innocent, but ambitious character. He's a guy that wants to see the world, he wants to go on adventures. And Mark Hamill plays this character in such a light way that you can't help but absolutely love everything that he does and feel for him when things don't go his way. Then you have Alec Guinness playing Obi-Wan Kenobi, aka Ben Kenobi as we know him in this film, this older, weathered Jedi who is just so cool. And he tells Luke all about the Sand People. Oh, it's brilliant. I love Alec Guinness. You're introduced to Han Solo, played by Harrison Ford, one of, if not the most iconic character in the history of Star Wars. He's badass, he's slick, and he definitely shot first, baby. And of course, you meet other characters like Princess Leia, who is this kind of energetic, badass leader. You have Darth Vader, who's absolutely terrifying as the villain of this movie. And if you had not seen the prequels, which everybody who had seen this movie when it came out had clearly not seen the prequels because they didn't exist, you don't know that Darth Vader's a whiny little bitch yet, so you're just like, wow, this guy's fucking sick and evil and awesome. And this film, the whole quest of Luke learning how to use the Force at first, the whole quest of going to the Death Star and seeing what that is for the first time, and confronting Vader, the Obi-Wan and Vader confrontation. You know, it's the first time that Obi-Wan has seen Vader since Mustafar. It's the first time that Obi-Wan has seen Vader since Mustafar, Kathleen Kennedy, because nothing else happened in between, because that would be fucking stupid. And it's just a great fight, man. The symbolism of it all, Obi-Wan kind of sacrificing himself. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you could possibly imagine. It's so good, man. It's brilliant. And then he strikes him down. Wouldn't you know? The whole, Death Star trench run is so great. The blowing up of the Death Star. This is the perfect first movie. I mean, it is so good. Visually, does it look a little old? Yes, but the practicality of it is something that it just is so heartwarming to see, especially in modern Hollywood, which, if this movie was made today, 99% of this movie would have been made on a computer, and it would have been shit. It would have been crap. It would have been bullshit. Okay, you know how I know this? Because we've gotten a bunch of modern Star Wars shit, and it's all made on a computer. No. This is practicality, baby. Practicality at its best. This is a filmmaker trying to do something different, trying to make Dune, Star Wars. This brand new brand of just space epic political battles and Jedi and space wizards, and it's awesome. The characters here are so great. Everybody came to play with their performances between Harrison Ford and Mark Hamill and Alec Guinness. They're all here. Carrie Fisher, kicking ass, bringing these characters to life and making them all feel special, making you want to connect to them and learn more about them. And who the hell is Luke's father? I can't wait to find out in the next one. How dare Darth Vader have killed his father, Anakin Skywalker? What a dick! Like, there's so much cool stuff set up here. You have the Empire still out there, the Emperor, who you still haven't met. There's a bunch of just things about this movie that I wish I was there when it came out. I wish I was there in 1977 to experience this movie, because I had watched this movie, as a kid, kind of knowing the Star Wars story. I knew who Darth Vader was. I knew the prequels. I knew how Episode 6 rounded up. I never got to watch these movies 1 through 6 not knowing what was going to happen. I just kind of knew, right? You just know because Star Wars is such a big thing. And I would have loved to have experienced this not knowing. I think that would have been great, because the only time I have gone into Star Wars movies, experiencing them not knowing, I left very unhappy. I feel like the only reason I'm making these videos is to shit on Disney. I think that's the only reason. I've fallen out of love with Star Wars because of what has happened, but I'm trying to fall back in love by talking about these films. God damn it. I love A New Hope. Now, of course, there are some things that don't really, you know, age particularly well, like the lightsaber fight here with Obi-Wan and Vader, although story-wise, thematically, is great. It is so, so awesome. Of course, the choreography does not live up to what we got in the prequel trilogy. You know, it's slower, it's kind of just wooden, and it doesn't look anywhere near as good. Shout out to, I forgot the YouTuber's name, but I will have it on screen right now as I'm showing the video, but they made kind of what this would look like if it was made today, the fight between them. So I would love for somebody to make a cut of this movie where it's just A New Hope, and then they cut this scene in there, and then the ending comes. That would be great. And there's been a lot of talk about remaking this movie, and I'm the only one talking about that, if I'm going to be honest. We live in a world where it's almost sinful to say that they should try to remake the original Star Wars trilogy. How dare you? How dare you even consider that, Joseph? It's holy ground. It is absolute holy. I agree. It is holy stuff. But it's also 50 years old, and we're about to get a Harry Potter remake, which is only like 10 years old, I think. 10 years? How old is it? The Deathly Hallows Part 2 came out in 2011. Fuck me, man, I'm old. So it's like 13 years old. Whatever. Who gives a shit? They're making a new Harry Potter series, they're rebooting the whole thing, and some people are mad, but most people are down for it. Why not, after Disney shit on Star Wars, why don't we just try retelling the original trilogy? I think it would be cool. And I think this movie could really benefit for it. First off, we have a built-in Luke Skywalker who is maybe getting a little too old to play the character, but goddammit, Sebastian Stan, how have we not done this yet? You could do something silly like cast Chris Pratt as Han Solo. I'm sorry, I'm gonna shut up. Alright, no remake, I'm just bullshitting, for fuck's sake, god damn it. What they should do is they should just re-release this movie in movie theaters and just change the title to We're Sorry, everything else is not canon, just enjoy the first 6 movies, and that's it. I love this movie, though. I'm gonna give Star Wars A New Hope, instead of rambling more, I'll give it a rating. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5, because why wouldn't I give it a 5 out of 5? This movie changed cinema, for fuck's sake, man. For crying out loud, it is a masterpiece. Is it the best movie in the Star Wars franchise? No, it is not, but it is one of the best, and we love it. So that's the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please make sure to like and subscribe for more. Turn on notifications. I'll see you guys in the next one.